Hello, my name is Tim, my company is Sports and Touring, and it is a pleasure to introduce you to this lovely Ford Focus estate. It's a 1-litre titanium navigator with the EcoBoost 125 engine, and although it's an October 2012 car and just coming up to 95,000 miles, it's in astonishingly good condition. And it also comes with the benefit of an engine replacement carried out last July. So this car has an almost new engine and gearbox, and it's good to go for a long time to come. Let's take a look around. So you would be right to look around our showroom and see the powerful Jaguars and the sporty Mazdas and so forth, and realise that this is not our run-of-the-mill kind of car. We are a performance specialist, and particularly a performance Jaguar specialist. But when we come across a car like this, which we took in part exchange, in such good order, with great history, and that drives perfectly and is in such good condition technically and aesthetically, it would simply be a waste to trade out of it to another dealership. It is more than up to our retail standards, and therefore we're very pleased to offer it for sale. It's a tremendous car. It is a large vehicle. 5 adults plus an enormous amount of luggage without any difficulty will fit into this car. And yet it looks great in this beautiful panther black with the chrome trim and sitting on beautiful, freshly refurbished alloy wheels. And these have been fully factory refurbished, so that's a strip down to bare metal and then powder coating and oven baked, as they would have been when they were manufactured new. The paintwork is in fine condition, and the interior of the car is especially noteworthy. The equipment on this model as well is very impressive indeed. Let's take a look inside. The car comes, of course, with 2 remote key fobs and the owner's book pack. There's no need to have the key fob in your hand because keyless entry is one of the features of the titanium model. Simply grasp the handle, the car unlocks, the power fold mirrors move out into position, and we can take in the cockpit. Starting with the door card here, which is unblemished. It is pretty well as it left the factory. Likewise, the scuff plate and this lovely seat in warm charcoal with contrast stitching, which again is unblemished. You would normally expect to see some wear here on the side of the 2 bolsters, but there is none present. It's all in fine order. Sitting down into the Focus, and it's a technology-packed cockpit, a great place to sit. We'll take a look around, starting with the centre armrest there, which opens up to reveal a stowage with a USB socket and the audio input for the infotainment. Cup holders, a coin tray, and another 12-volt socket there. This Z-shaped handbrake lever, which cleverly, instead of going straight down into the console here, takes a Z shape and not only looks great, but is easy to use as well. And then we've got this gearbox, 6 speeds, and it's a good gearbox. Short throw, positive engagement. It feels good when you're changing gear in this particular Focus. We'll start up to have a look around the rest of the equipment. So the push button start there just behind the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And we can see that we've got dual zone climate control with air conditioning. We've got an electrically heated front windscreen as well, very handy in the British winter for clearing ice and mist and so forth. And then the Sony infotainment system with Ford Sync, and it's got CD, FM and DAB radio, auxiliary input, Bluetooth audio as well, of course Bluetooth telephony. And the controls on here, very well laid out indeed. We've got the central device with up, down, left, right on it, and an OK button in the middle that also rotates, for example, to adjust the volume. And these 4 soft keys at the bottom, which enable you, depending on which function you're using, to identify the thing you want to do at the bottom of the screen, and that's associated with the relevant soft key. So to zoom here, as it says there on the far left, we press that one and that takes us into zoom. It's very user-friendly and intuitive. Over here on the steering wheel, multimedia controls, or multifunction control rather, on the left-hand side, cruise control with speed limiter. That used to be something that you would only find on very expensive luxury cars, and here it is on our 1 litre Focus estate. Audio, media and Bluetooth telephony controls here on the right-hand side, and over on the left stalk, indicators and the lane keep assist as well, a very helpful device when you're on the move. Over on the right-hand side, of course, the rain-sensitive wipers. And down here, just in front of my right knee, the light controls, including automatic headlamps. So, a ton of technology. The Titanium edition is one of the higher-priced, more desirable editions in the Ford range, and this one really is very well equipped indeed. And the condition of everything, really very fine. I'm struggling to see any blemishes, any marks at all that identify that this is not a much newer car than it is. Let's take a look around the rest of the vehicle. And starting with the rear passenger compartments, 5 seats, plenty of room here for 3 adults in the back, and a handy armrest there for comfort on long journeys. It's a 60-40 folding seat arrangement as well, so you can have some long items in one side and 1 or 2 passengers as well. Again, the door card is in fine order. All of the upholstery is unmarked and unblemished. This car has been very carefully looked after indeed. Around to the boot, and this is a cavernous space. 475 litres of room in here, and that is enormous. Protected, of course, by the load cover, which you can deploy into position when you need to. And hiding under the floor here, we've got a space saver spare wheel as well. And there are tie-down points so that you can secure heavy loads if you need to. Coming round to the near side of the car, and again, everything is exactly as it should be. There are no stains, no blemishes, no marks on the upholstery or on the door card. And the carpets and mats, likewise, are very good indeed. Finally, the front passenger seat. Again, the door card there is perfect. The dashboard is unmarked. And this seat, once more, is, I dare say, pretty well exactly as it left the factory. A car which is a true credit to its previous owners. They've obviously looked after it with great care. Let's look under the bonnet. Under the bonnet, and there is the EcoBoost 125 engine. 1 litre, producing 125 horsepower, helped by the turbocharger there, which adds efficiency and helps the engine to develop more power. 0 to 60 time of 11.5 seconds and a top speed of 120 miles an hour, so this car cruises easily on the motorway at motorway speeds. And the fuel consumption figures are really impressive. Urban, 37 miles per gallon, combined 46, and the country figure for those long journeys, 53 miles per gallon. And super cheap road tax as well on this Focus. Service history with Ford main dealers until 2018, and then reputable independents, including that engine change in July 2022. That's around 5,000 miles ago. The clutch was changed at the same time. So this engine and clutch are ready to go for a very long time indeed. The car drives perfectly as it should. Everything functions exactly as advertised, and it has passed our inspections without any hiccups whatsoever. It's a great pleasure to have a car in such good condition here in our stock. So thank you very much for watching. We are Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire. We're open 7 days a week by appointment only. Please feel free to WhatsApp, email or phone us with any inquiries, or if you'd like to see this car either in person or by video call. If you need to dispose of a vehicle on your car buying journey, we'll give you frank and honest advice about the best way to achieve the maximum value with the minimum inconvenience. And if you'd like to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA. Please take a moment to read our reviews on Auto Trader. I'm very proud indeed of how our previous customers speak about us. And I'll close by saying I look forward to hearing from you very soon.